direct. It's very effective in moving the sperm forward to meet the ovum. This is incredible when you think about it. There is an author in Britain who has written about the fact that supposedly there are 3 types of male sperm. The first is called the egg getter, the second is called the blocker, and the third is called the killer. I think maybe he was a rugby fan or something, because they're not really highly technical terms, but if you look at pictures of sperm, you can see 2 of these for certain. You can see that the egg getters are what we expect. They're very sleek, a pointed head and a tail, but the blockers are misshapen. They're kind of boxy, or they don't look like this very sleek sperm. The intent of the blockers is that they will fill in the crypts in the cervix. There are little compartments there, so that the egg getters can move through.
Now you gotta ask yourself, how the hell they know how did the male's body know what to make a block of sperm to fit perfectly in the crevices in spaces they never knew existed?
Without getting stuck. Of the millions of sperm that come into our bodies, there's maybe only 20 or 40 that really get to the point of the egg. So there's this protective factor there. We want to get the egg getters where they need to go. The role of the killers has to do only when women have had multiple partners in a short period of time. These are very poisonous little sperm, and their intent is to kill the sperm of the other male. So effectively,
you hear that? So niggas, you niggas is actually battling in these bitches, man. On a spiritual, on a cellular level, you're actually, when you go into another brother's woman, if you go into another man's woman, you're actually battling his sperm. His sperm up in there, man. His sperm are up in there, waiting. So you actually got to send battlers in there to fight the other man's sperm, because they know it ain't supposed to be there. You got to kill that other man's sperm off, man. That's just like when Israel would take a woman, shit, we'd have to let her sit for 3 months, man, or a month. We have to shave her head and let her sit for a month. Maybe let the fluid drain out of her before we go ahead and pop her, man. Let her mourn. But then on another end tip, that lets that man's seed and whoever man that was with her to cool out for a little bit. I don't know for sure, don't quote me. But in the same sense, look, you're actually fighting other men's sperm in the women's vagina. Y'all think it's just some play games, man.
War that goes on in the woman's body when there have been multiple partners. Also think about this in terms of the adaptation of her autoimmune system. Who's my partner? Her immune system must be on a real state of arousal here, because there's sperm from several males, and her body is trying to make this time adaptation. And what happens, this is purely a question that I don't know the answer to, but what happens when I've had many partners and my body hasn't made this 6-month adaptation to the recognition that this is my partner? Now, you can get pregnant before this. You can get pregnant the first time you have sex. In fact, there's always a question sometimes from young people. They've been told you can't get pregnant the first time you have sex. But the reality is that we women are interested in sex. We're more arousable at the time of ovulation. Males around us perceive that we're ovulating by scent. They have an elevated testosterone level. They're more interested in sex. And sex happens, and pregnancy happens. And people are surprised by, how did that come to be? But the awareness that we're different. To know also that we women are very conditionable at the time of ovulation. This is some media effects research, and they had shown an erotic movie to women who were ovulating, and all of the women had an erotic response to this movie. They showed the same movie to women at other phases. We have different stages of our cycle. We have the follicular.
All right, but for the sake of time, y'all can read this. I'm gonna read a couple more scripts to go out. And this is 1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians 6:16, and it says, what? Know ye not that he which is joined to a harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh. For two, saith he, shall be one flesh. But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit. All right? Flee fornication. Every sin that man doeth is without the body. But he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. All right? That's how you sin against your own body, man, on a molecular level. So with that, I'm going to say I'll praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.